पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। टुडे we will be discussing on Bhagavad-Gita Sloka 10.32, chapter 10 verse 32. I will read the verse, synonyms, translation and purport now. 10.32 Sarganamadirantashcha madhyam chaivaham arjuna Adhyatma vidya vidyanam vadav pravadatamaham. Synonyms: Sarganam, of all creations, Adihi, the beginning, Antaha, end, Cha, and Madhyam, middle, Cha, also, Eva, certainly, Aham, I am, Arjuna, O Arjuna. Adhyatma vidya, spiritual knowledge, Vidyanam, of all education, Vadaha, the natural conclusion, Pravadatam, of all arguments, Aham, I am. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: Of all creations I am the beginning and end, and also the middle, O Arjuna. Of all sciences I am the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians I am the conclusive truth. Among the created manifestations, first is the creation of the total material elements. As explained before, the cosmic manifestation is created and conducted by Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, and then it is again annihilated by Lord Shiva. Brahma is a secondary creator. All these agents of creation, maintenance and annihilation are incarnations of the material qualities of the Supreme Lord. He is therefore the beginning, middle and end of all creations. For advanced education, there are various kinds of books such as of knowledge, such as the 4 Vedas, their 6 supplements, the Vedanta Sutra, books of logic, books of religiosity and the Puranas. So together there are 14 divisions of books of education. The book which presents Adhyatma Vidya, spiritual knowledge, in particular the Vedanta Sutra, represents Krishna. Among logicians, there are different kinds of argument. Supporting one's argument with evidence that also supports the opposite side is called Jalpa. Merely trying to defeat one's opponent is called Vitanda. But the actual conclusion is called Vada. This conclusive truth is a representation of Krishna. So let's get into our discussion now for this verse today. So this 10th chapter, we are reading the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad-Gita, and this 10th chapter is that chapter which comes in between the Bhagavad-Gita. So this Gita can be considered as a sandwich. The lower bread, the lower covering is Karma Yoga, or the chapters 1 to 6. The upper bread or the top covering is Jnana Yoga, or chapters 13 to 18. And the middle, the vegetable stuffing, the or whatever stuffing is there in between, the essence, is chapters 7 to 12, which is Bhakti Yoga. So here we are reading 7 to 12 are 6 chapters, out of which 9 and 10 are the middle 2. So they are the essence of everything. So in the 9th chapter, Krishna, he briefly explains about himself, the most confidential knowledge, how people surrender unto him, and how those who worship the other demigods, they indirectly worship him, but they do so in a wrong way. How the people who are engaged in Krishna consciousness but they still commit offenses, even then they are respectable. These are just a few aspects. Even then they are respectable. If he is engaged in devotional service, he is considered to be saintly, even though he commits offenses. So these are just few aspects, but there are so many aspects which are mentioned in the 9th chapter. So the Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. So if somebody offers me a fruit, a flower, even a leaf, water, I will accept it. If there is love, yo me bhaktya. So this is all the explanation of the 9th chapter. And in the 9th chapter ending, Krishna says, Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam mad parayanaha. So here the translation is, engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, you will surely come to me. So here, since this kind of worship is not possible for the people of Kali Yuga, who are completely engrossed in trying to find material sensual enjoyment, working like ass day and night to get some small amount of food to eat. So they are living in such an abominable, we are living in such an abominable condition that we don't have time, we don't want to think about the Lord, and even if we want to, it becomes very difficult for us, because we are conditioned by Maya, which tells us that, oh no, you can still enjoy in this world, so give it another try. Or you can, Maya conditions us because of our anarthas, or the anarthas, the things that, these are the things that stop us from remembering the Lord and engaging in His service. So then the Lord again starts this 10th chapter by saying that He is giving knowledge which is better than what He has already explained. So Bhoya eva mahabaho shrunume paramam vachaha. So yatte ham priyamanaya, you are my very dear friend, and you are so vakshyami hita kamyaya. So I am giving you this knowledge for your benefit. So then Krishna speaks about himself, about his opulences. He just gives a small brief introduction up till the 7th verse. And then at the 8th verse, he tells the Chatushloki of the Bhagavad-Gita, or the 4 shlokas, which are the most important. So, from 8 to 11. Then, from the 12th verse, Arjuna starts speaking, and he glorifies the Supreme Lord up till the 18th verse. And in the 18th, 17th, 16th, these verses, he asks the Supreme Lord, oh, please tell me how I can remember you, how I can, constantly think about you and try to implement the points that you have mentioned earlier. So then Krishna says, oh yes, I am going to tell you about my opulences, but since I am unlimited, I will tell you only the pradhanyataha, which are chief among everything else. So Krishna starts speaking from the 20th verse till the 42nd verse. He speaks about his opulences. So from the 20th verse till the rest of the chapter, he speaks. And we are now here in the 32nd verse, which speaks 4 of such opulences. So the Lord is the beginning, the middle and the end of the creation, and He is the spiritual science of the self, and He is among the logicians, He is the conclusive truth. So 5 things the Lord is mentioning. So here Prabhupada starts the purport with the explanation of the creation, and he explains that the creation is conducted by Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu and Shirodakshay Vishnu. So from Mahavishnu, innumerable universes expand as he breathes in and he breathes out. So then Then Mahavishnu expands himself and enters into each universe as Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and this Garbhodakshay Vishnu further creates from this Garbhodakshay Vishnu Brahma comes, and then all the 14 planetary systems and everything is created, and then Kshirodakshay Vishnu emanates. So if any problem is there in the universe, everyone goes to Kshirodakshay Vishnu, and from here only Kshirodakshay Vishnu is here in Shvetadvip. At the same time, he is in the hearts of every single person as sitting as Paramatma. So here as and then it is annihilated by Lord Shiva. So Lord Brahma, so Vishnu does the creation and maintenance, and Lord Shiva is the one in charge for annihilation. So Lord Brahma is a secondary creator. So the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see Srimad Bhagavatam 2.10.1 Atra Sargo Visargascha Sthanam Poshanamutayaha Manvantaresha Nukatha Nirodho Muktirashrayah. So out of these two topics, Sarga and Visarga, that is creation, the primary and secondary creation. So primary creation is done by Lord Vishnu, and secondary creation, that is bringing in the population, bringing in the betterment of everything, so that the jivas can live, and they can propagate they can like populate the whole creation. So the Brahma is responsible for this, so secondary creator. And these are all the incarnations of the material qualities of the Lord. So the Lord is the beginning and he is the end. So somebody may say, oh well, he is the beginning and the end, but what about the middle? So then here the Lord mentions, so Sargana Madirantasya Madhyam Chaivaham Arjuna. So I am the middle also. So and then after this, Prabhupada mentions about the advanced education. So actually for us, the process that is recommended, since we cannot understand all of these Vedic literatures and we don't have that power and the capability, we don't have the power and capability. Thus it is said that just chant Hare Krishna and follow the 4 regulative principles, take prasadam, read books to gain the knowledge of the essence of everything, like Bhagavad-Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamritam. So and just be happy. So chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So this is the essence of everything. But since we conditioned souls are so much into this abominable condition of life, we cannot be convinced until we get the knowledge of the Vedas. So we have to just read the full thing and then try to gain the essence, and then we can then finally we can understand ki yes, this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Then we have to chant his name and we have to perform devotional service unto him. So the main essence, the main result after studying all the Vedas is that one should gain love for Krishna. So here for advanced education, Prabhupada mentions that there are various kinds of books such as of knowledge, such as the 4 Vedas, their 6 supplements, the Vedanta Sutra, books of logic, books of religiosity, and the Puranas. So together there are 14 divisions of books of education. So Prabhupada mentions 4 Vedas, the 6 supplements, that makes it 4 plus 6, 10, and the Vedanta Sutra 10 plus 1, 11, books of logic 10 plus 1, 11 plus 1, that is 12, books of religiosity 13, 12 plus 1, and the Puranas, that is 13 plus 1, 14. So 14 divisions of books. So 14 divisions of books are there. So these all present Adhyatma Vidya, that is spiritual knowledge. So the main aim of everything is that one should gain ultimate love for the Supreme Lord. Ultimately, one should gain love for the Supreme Lord. So these all things, they represent Krishna. And among the logicians, there are different kinds of argument. So supporting one's argument with evidence that also supports the opposing party is simply called jalpa. So like you are saying something, so like two sides are there, opposite sides, they are having debate. So one side, a person says something and he gives the evidence for his thing, the statement that he made, but at the same time this evidence, it supports the opposing party also. So this is called jalpa. So then they are merely trying to defeat one's opponent. So at times what happens is that we know that we are wrong and the other person is correct, but still we are trying to pose the same repeated arguments, the same trying to waste time in rubbish, so that defeating the opposing person. This is called vitanda. So but the actual conclusion is called vada. So this conclusive truth is a representation of Krishna. This is what Prabhupada mentions. So the ultimate aim of knowing all of this, as we mentioned in the Vedas, is that one should finish the business in this lifetime. So ultimately what is there as an essence for us is just to study Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-Gita, Chaitanya Charitamritam and few other the other books given by Srila Prabhupada, because this is the essence that we can understand. So the ultimate aim of what everything that is given is that one should understand that Guru is sent by Krishna as a representative, and he has come to direct us so that we can finish the business in this lifetime. So Guru's mercy, so Guru's lotus feet is like a lotus flower. Here we, as the honeybees, we can come and sit on the lotus flower to get the nectar. It has a soothing effect, just as the mercy of the Guru can bring in happiness. So, and we have to reach in time before the lotus flower closes, because if once the lotus flower closes, we cannot go in there. So which means that this mercy is not accessible to every single person. This mercy is accessible to only those who are blessed. So thus we should go sit inside that before it closes. So we should try to get the mercy, because this mercy is not accessible for everyone. Manushyanam sahasrishu kaschid yadati siddhaye. So labdhva sudurlabhamidam bahusambhavante manusyamartadam anityam abiha dhiraha turnam yateta napatet anumrityu yavan nishrayasaya vishayam khalu sarvatasyat. So in 11.9.29 Bhagavatam, it is said that a person who understands that labdhva sudurlabhamidam bahusambhavante, so this is the very rare form of life, manusyam arthadam anityam abiha dhiraha. So this is manusyam arthadam, this great fortune of human life has been given to us. So this is anityam apiha dhiraha, this is temporary and at any time it can be destroyed. So the person who knows this, turnam yateta napatet anumrityu yavan, turnam, he will act quickly so that he can get the realization of spiritual knowledge, because he knows that nishrayasaya vishayam khalu sarvatasyat. So this preparation for sense gratification, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, khalu sarvatasyat, it is there in all the 84 lakh species. So if we are just engaged in doing this thing, then what is the big thing that we are doing better than the animals? So the standard may be different, but in essence what we are doing and what the animals are doing is the same. So like the ultimate aim of the Vedas is that one should understand Krishna. So Vedanta, Krishna is the end of the Vedanta. So once after reading all the Vedas, finally one can come and understand ki, oh yes, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So, and that Supreme Lord is giving us this Bhagavad-Gita. So Bhagavad-Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamritam. So all of these Vedic literatures are just there to make us understand this. So we must take advantage of this Vedic literature and read it so that we can be blessed. So this Bhagavad Gita, or the song of God, the Bhagavan and Gita, the song. So the song of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. So this is the main essence of everything, and one should just try to read and imbibe Bhagavad Gita in his life. Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the end of my humble attempt to explain this verse. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.